So a couple days ago, Shams said this upcoming NBA offseason could be the craziest ever or one of the craziest ever, which is, full of trades. You saw the Mavs get the first pick, just all together. Could be one of the craziest off seasons in NBA history. So that got me thinking, where are these players going to fall? What players are getting traded? If you're really going to say they're like, for Shams to say that he believes this is going to be the craziest off seasons or one of the craziest off seasons in NBA history, more than just the likely names that we think are probably getting dealt. Like, you take, obviously, everyone knows about the Giannis. Everyone knows Durant's gone. Like, those two alone don't make it the craziest offseason ever. There's going to be other big names. There's going to be other huge pieces moving this offseason. So I'm going to predict 4 players from each tier I've got. I've got the pack your bags, potential rumblings, and dark horses, all right? I got 4 players in each category, each tier, where I think I could see a pathway for them getting traded to where this could kind of back the narrative of one of the craziest off seasons ever. All right, starting off, we got the pack your bags tier, the tier everyone, we know you're gone, bro. You're cooked. Your time has come. You're no longer on your current team. We should not be shocked when these trade announcements happen for these players. All right? First off, we got Durant. I mean, everyone knows. Durant knows. The Suns know. Everybody knows. It's not when, it's who. Who is Kevin Durant going to? The Kevin Durant sweepstakes are going to heat up, I think, very fast in the offseason. Once the offseason officially kicks off, I think he's the first big domino to really fall in the NBA offseason, and executives, because you could get a team like the Thunder or Houston who are potentially bidders for Kevin Durant. If they miss out on him, they could target another one of these stars that could kind of force their way out, or, where a team is kind of dangling them, which could be a dark horse or one of the potential rumbling players. So I think Durant is the first domino to fall in the NBA offseason, and it low-key could just get crazier from there because we all know Durant is gone. Like, knowing Durant is gone and still saying that this could be one of the craziest off seasons, for Shams to say that, like, there's going to be other really big pieces falling after Durant. Who knows where he goes? I low-key hope the Wolves go for him and get him. That is my, obviously my dream. The Wolves to trade for Durant. I could see the Thunder, which is fucking crazy because they're in the finals. They are probably gonna win the finals, and then to trade for Durant, it's insane. Houston's in the running. Miami's always fucking trying to get him. Who knows? Really, who knows where all these players are gonna land? It's a shit show, but Durant is the first big piece to really fall this NBA offseason. We got the Cooper flag. We know he's going 1 to Dallas, which is already the biggest piece so far. And then Durant is the biggest piece for the trades, the offseason part of this. So Durant, we know, pack your bags. He's already out of Phoenix. There's no fucking way he's staying in Phoenix. Next, we got Giannis. Giannis is the biggest name to potentially get traded, honestly, ever. Like, realistically, or in the past, who the fuck knows? Genuinely, who knows? Like LeBron signed with the Lakers. He signed with Miami. Giannis is the biggest name to potentially ever be traded, which is fucking crazy. And that's already one. It's like I said, it's already, the rumblings have already started. He has had conversations with the Bucks about his future. There's reports that they're going to happen. I don't know if they already did happen, whatnot. This is the most likely he'll get traded out of the previous seasons. There's always been rumblings with Giannis, given they haven't been as successful as they want to be. So this is the offseason of Giannis, which is fucking crazy because I'm telling he is the second best or the best player on a nightly basis in the NBA. A player like that never becomes available for trade. Never. You see these players in the offseason, free agency. You see the Durant in 2016. You see LeBron in 2012. All right, you get those kind of players. You never, ever, ever fucking see. You can maybe say Kawhi. Maybe at the time he was a top 3 player, top 5 for sure. But Giannis it's something different with Giannis. The Giannis sweepstakes are gonna be fucking crazy. But that's the thing. People already knew this was coming. People already kind of knew this was the summer of Giannis getting traded, and people already know Durant is gone. So once again, for Shams to say this is going to be the craziest offseason, yes, it could be in the sense because Giannis is getting traded, the biggest name to get traded, the biggest star to get traded ever, potentially, to obviously have Giannis and Durant in the same offseason getting traded is huge, but we already kind of known that was going to happen. So once again, for Shams to kind of double down or down himself and say that this is going to be the craziest season or one of the craziest off seasons, there's going to be other moves, man. I'm telling you, there's going to be other moves that are going to happen. I really could see Giannis getting on my dream destination, aside from obviously the Homer Timberwolves, which is not going to fucking happen. He already said he doesn't fuck with Minnesota. It's fucked up, man. We kind of beef him for that, Giannis, but it is what it is, all right? He is my thing ever before it kind of got out, what teams were interested in Giannis. Bro, the fucking Spurs, I'm telling you, Giannis on the Spurs. You remake the big Twin Towers from the David Robinson and Tim Duncan. You remake that. You get the best big man duo in NBA history. I don't care. I know in my previous video, I said DeMarcus Cousins, AD, or Robinson and Tim Duncan. Dude, Giannis and fucking Victor would be unbelievable. Like, as the Spurs front office, you have to make that fucking happen. You just have to. It helps Victor's development so much to get someone like Giannis. He can learn so much from him. Someone with similar body type to just absorb all the knowledge. Giannis, a DPOY. Victor, who was going to win DPOY if he didn't get blood clots. Victor, who is going to win DPOY multiple times in his career. He is probably going to break the record. He'll probably end his career with 5 DPOYs. And then to learn from Giannis firsthand is going to be insane. The Spurs need to make this happen at all fucking costs. So you already know Durant's gone. You pretty much already know Giannis is gone. Like, there's no fucking way in hell Giannis is going to stay with the Bucks unless something crazy happens where they bring in someone or they ship Dame off. I really don't see it. I really think Giannis's bags are already fucking packed and he's hashtag out the goddamn door. Next we got, Drew Holiday. Your time has come. You're no longer a Celtic. Everyone knows this. The cap issues. He kind of declined. God damn it. Stupid ass cat. Drew Holiday. Him and another player I'll get to later. Like, they are the pieces that will get traded from the Celtics. You cannot keep, with the new CBA, you cannot keep all these guys on big payrolls on the team. Drew Holiday is the most expendable given his age, given his slight decline, the rise of Derek White. Like, Drew Holiday is replaceable, which is kind of crazy because he really did help the Celtics win that championship. Like, he pushed them over the edge. Same with the Bucks. He pushed the Bucks over the edge. So I really could see Drew Holiday going to the fucking, low-key, I could see Drew Holiday going to the Clippers. I could see low-key. I don't know how it would work money-wise, at all. Dude, he is if he doesn't decline as hardcore as Mike Conley, the Timberwolves. Drew Holiday on the fucking Timberwolves would be crazy. And obviously, I'm going to keep homering for the T-Wolves. But think of that fit. You get rid of Conley, boom, you bring in Drew Holiday, who is just a better Mike Conley. Mike Conley's obviously a little older. Drew Holiday's getting up there in age. But it'd be a pretty seamless transition. But Drew Holiday, you're cooked. You're no longer a Celtic. I'm sorry. You did your time. You won a ring with them. You're probably a Celtic legend in all their legends. Your time has come. You're cooked. See you later. You're gone. The next one who can pack his goddamn bags, who I'm shocked was not traded at the deadline. It was close with multiple teams reportedly. The Warriors were in on him. I'm trying to think of the other team, but Lauri Markkanen. There is no reason he needs to be rotting away on the fucking Utah Jazz, man. He's an all-star. He's a goddamn bucket. He is baby Dirk Nowitzki. Like, there is no reason he should be in Utah. And I think Utah, hopefully they finally realize that and they get a decent haul for him. Because, dude, Utah is dog shit. I'm sorry. They're not good, obviously. They're not, like, what are they going to do with Lauri? They're not making a playoff push with Lauri. They're just wasting him. They might as well get somewhat of a haul for him and just completely, if they haven't already, kickstarted or whatever the fuck, launch the goddamn rebuild, press the red button, rebuild the Utah Jazz. They obviously lost the Cooper Flag sweepstakes, but man, Lauri, you're cooked. It's not even cooked, bro. That's the thing. Like, Jrue Holiday, you could say he's cooked because he's coming from a team that has championship aspirations. Dude, Lauri, any fucking other team aside from like 2 other teams, he's not cooked. Like, realistically, you're sitting there like, dude, you're in fucking Utah. Sorry, but dude, Utah? Come on. Ain't no one want to fucking go and live in Utah. No free agents want to go in Utah. I should know. I'm a fucking Minnesota sports fan. All right? We are not getting any big names. Utah is not getting any fucking big names. So kickstart the rebuild, trade Lauri, acquire any sort of young talent, any sort of picks that you can get, and just launch the goddamn rebuild. Lauri, you are gone. You are no longer, you're freed from the shackles of Utah. Hopefully they get you to a bigger market. Damn near any market's bigger than fucking Utah. I'm not going to lie. But he is gone. He's no longer Utah Jazz. They helped him. He helped. I wouldn't even say he fucking helped them. I mean, he made them like somewhat relevant, bearable, like since he's been there, because he's been an all-star. The Utah Jazz have propelled his career into being an all-star, but man, Lauri on another team, he really could help a championship team. Like I said, the Warriors were really close to reportedly. They didn't want to give up pods, which is fucking crazy. But yeah, Lauri, you are no longer a Utah Jazz. You're free, my boy. Moving on to the next tier of potential rumblings where they're not guaranteed to get traded, but it would not surprise me if they were. They have been in trade talks in the past 2 years. You know, these players, it would more or less shock, I'd say, the NBA world or NBA fans if they got traded, as to where, you know, if you see the Durant trade notification, you're like, oh, damn, I knew it was coming. It's just who, not when. These players, it's more like, whoa, what the fuck? Kind of like, you know, you stop what you're doing, you call your friends. You're not completely, like, you're freaking out, but it's like, whoa, what the actual piss just happened? So these are the ones that kind of blindside you, but not totally, because these players have been in trade talks. All right? First one we got should come as no surprise. Zion Williamson. I can see a path where Zion stays with the Pelicans just because they got a new front office. And it's just weird because they're not, like, not Giannis. Zion does not want to fucking be a Pelican. He has never wanted to be a Pelican. He's fat. He's overweight. I can say that shit because I'm fat. I'm overweight. All right? He does not want to be there. He is there for the good eats, bro. I'm telling you, he is there for the good eats. Zion, when that trade happens, because obviously he's not ending his fucking career in New Orleans. Like, obviously. But I really think this could be the offseason where he goes. Like, this is where it starts to get interesting. Like, really interesting. Where we're talking about the craziest offseason ever. Like, imagine if Zion gets shipped out to, bro, I'm going to say it, Minnesota. Make the fucking offer. Minnesota, make the goddamn offer. If we don't get Durant, Zion should be the target for the goddamn Minnesota Timberwolves. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know where the fuck Zion would want to go. Not that it's his choice, but like realistically, what teams are going to be in the Zion sweepstakes, I don't know, because trading for Zion is still a huge risk. The reward to risk ratio is very close. Who knows if he's fronting this entire time because he's in New Orleans and, you know, they just have never really been good. And it's just been a carousel of front office changes, executives, coaches, you know, players. Like, who knows? Zion, you get him to a team where he is committed, where he wants to win, where he wants to be. Dude, he could be a first-team All-NBA player. He literally, obviously has that potential. Everyone knows that. Zion could get on track if he's in the right situation, in the right team, with the right mindset. And I really think in the next minimum or maximum, in the maximum of 3 years, if he does not get traded this offseason, I give him 2 more years after this season. So 3 years I give Zion to be a Pelican. It's once again, it's kind of that, when is it going to happen? We really don't know who is in the Zion sweepstakes. It could take everyone by storm. That's what I'm saying. Like a trade where, like, it's more or less when Zion gets traded, say he gets traded this offseason, and we're all shocked and we're all stunned because it's not like a Durant type trade where we know it's coming. We kind of know a Zion trade is bubbling, it's brewing. We do not know at all where Zion is going. There's teams where we kind of know what teams are interested in Giannis, Laurie, Durant. I'm sure you can make some educated guesses on Drew Holiday. Dude, who the fuck is going to take the gamble on Zion Williamson? I really don't know. So that's what's going to be the crazy part about the trade is who is going to get Zion and what are they going to give up for Zion? Like, really, what is Zion's price tag? Because he literally has that untapped potential. It's literally the mystery box. Who the fuck knows what you're going to get? You could be getting a goddamn brand new boat. Or you could be getting a rusty piece of shit boat that doesn't even start. That's where Zion is. Like, so that's what's the interesting part, where he's going and what he's going for. But if it happens, it really shouldn't take many people by surprise if the Pelicans move on from Zion this offseason. Another one from the Celtics. Porzingis. All right? That should not be a surprise. Like, you could bump him in the pack your bags tier, but if they're going to pick any two players to keep, like if they could choose, I think the Celtics are going to keep Porzingis. And just because of age, their team fit, their team needs, Porzingis obviously is a better fit for them stylistically, where they're at right now in their roster construction. He was dealing like with some sickness, bro. People were saying this man had AIDS in the playoffs. Like, I can neither confirm nor deny if Kristaps Porzingis has AIDS. I cannot confirm or deny this man having AIDS. So who knows? That could play a fucking factor in whether they keep him or not. If the sickness lingers, man, if he truly does have AIDS, if Porzingis truly has AIDS, bro, that could be a groundbreaking story in itself. Maybe that's what Shams was talking about. The Porzingis gets leaked where he has AIDS. That'd be a crazy, groundbreaking story, man. Shams did not mention it, was trades. Now imagine the news breaks. Porzingis comes out and he has AIDS, bro. He is the butt of every fucking joke. All right? He kind of has it coming towards him. If you know, you know. Hashtag big. If you know, you know, man. Porzingis, if he has AIDS, that would be one of the bigger stories. Bro, that could overshadow like a Durant trade. Like, just with the jokes itself, with the news, why he was out, because it was in the dark about why he was out in the playoffs for the Celtics. And literally, people were saying the same symptoms he had. Literally, this man could have AIDS, which would be fun. It would be hilarious. Like, bro, we would all be laughing if Porzingis has AIDS. I don't care, okay? But I could see a route, once again, with the salary cap, Porzingis getting shipped off. Who the fuck knows? This man has been a Wizard. He's been a Knick, Dallas, Celtic. 4 teams for an all-star type player. A good, really good, at this point, he's a really, really, really good, I wouldn't call him a glue guy, but a really good piece on a championship contending team. Who the fuck knows where he goes? Like, it would not shock me if they get rid of Drew Holiday. Boom. Imagine they send his ass. They ship off Drew Holiday, get whatever back. They send Porzingis back, or they send Porzingis to fucking Chicago and get Lonzo. You replace Drew Holiday with hopefully a healthy Lonzo. I know I said you have Derek White, and you're kind of losing your big man because Al Horford, he's just getting older, all right? So you're kind of down and out on the big man. But, bro, that's something I could see. I really could see Porzingis going to just the most ramby fucking scramby team like Chicago. Dude, I could see the fucking Utah Jazz being like, you know what we need? Porzingis. We traded Lauri Markkanen. We need fucking Porzingis. That's what's really going to help us. Portland. Like, I could see an outlet for every fucking team. Phoenix. Like, why would he go? The Clippers. I could see the fucking Clippers being like, you know what? You want Norman Powell? Give us Porzingis. Like I don't know. Where the fuck's Porzingis going? Who knows? The Celtics could They are fucking, man, Celtics be trade raping people. Like, they really do. And I could see that happening with a Porzingis trade. But if it happens, Porzingis getting traded, or the Porzingis age story, when that breaks, bro, you heard it here first. It's coming, bro. It's coming. That Porzingis age storyline is gonna drop and it's gonna hit like crack. All right. But we should not be that surprised if Porzingis is going. Like I said, because the cap situation, the Celtics roster building, who the fuck knows? They're a wild card. But yeah, moving on. Sorry for the whole Ace debacle. I kind of got sidetracked. Moving on, we got another person who's been in trade talks for I wouldn't say majority of his career, but the most part of the last 3 years. Trae Young. Who knows? Every year it's like, dude, the Hawks are looking to rebuild. The Hawks are looking to retool. They tried DeJounte Murray. The Hawks got a decent, young core now. Trae Young is not getting up there in age, but he's becoming the veteran of the team. He's still in his, late 20s. So he's not old by any means. He should just be hitting his prime, or he's in his prime right now, Trae Young, who I think is very disrespected by Chance, or very disrespected in his own right. People talk about him like one of the worst fucking players in the league, one of the worst point guards in the league, one of the worst starters in the league. They would not want to trade for him. Dude, I'm sorry. You make that goddamn trade for Trae Young, a 30-10, a 28-12 type player. You make that goddamn trade, all right? Even if he isn't your best player or you're trying to build around him, you make the trade for Trae Young. He is a good player. I don't care what anyone says. But when that trade happens, it really shouldn't shock people. This is another one where it's like, whoa, it's more where he's going and what they gave up for Trae Young, not, whoa, Trae Young was traded, because he's been in trade talks. It really shouldn't surprise that many people if Trae Young gets traded. Honestly, it really shouldn't. Who knows what the fuck they're going to get if they just commit to the hard, young core rebuild or retool. That's more or less, the Hawks aren't entering a rebuild. If they trade Trae Young, they're entering a retool, and they're giving the keys of the franchise to that kind of young core. And I feel like they're just going to be like, all right, here you go, figure it out. And here's the hierarchy. The Hawks will figure out their own hierarchy of who's the guy they really want to build around. I don't know where Trae Young goes. He really could fit in a lot of teams. He really could. His playmaking ability, his scoring ability, his shooting ability, he can fit in almost every single team. Who knows what team is going to take the risk, because he is such a big defensive liability? Who really wants to deal with that? And he is inefficient. He does have turnovers. I'm not saying he's this perfect player. He does have these negative aspects of his game. Not every player is perfect unless you're LeBron, Ramon, James. All right? Trae Young getting traded would not surprise me, and it should not surprise you. So it's just another one to, damn, that fucking happened. That's crazy. But, wow, that team really, they're trading for Trae Young. Once again, I could see a team where it's just trying to spitball, trying to think, I don't even fucking know, man. I'm really trying to think and sit here and, dude, obviously the Lakers aren't getting him. I know he'd be linked to the fucking Lakers. The Heat, who knows? I could really see the Heat. Low key, I could see the Heat making an interesting run or push at him. But I don't know. You know it's coming, Trae Young, even though he means so much to Atlanta. The trade for Luka, Trae Young draft night, bro, Trae Young has embraced Atlanta. The culture of Atlanta has embraced Trae Young. You're not only losing the player Trae Young, you're losing a huge chunk of that culture. Low key, Trae Young's got he's like that. He's got the movement. He's got the aura. And Atlanta, Georgia, they embrace Trae Young he is their fucking guy. Not a lot of players have the same push that Trae Young has. He has so much pop in Atlanta. Not a lot. Your favorite player probably doesn't have the same fucking pop. It's kind of crazy, especially with the culture Atlanta has. Trae Young has that, and so when you ship Trae Young, it's a very big culture shift as well when it comes to Trae Young getting traded. So, last one in this tier, Paul George. I was so close. I really was so close to putting him in the fucking pack your bags. Bro, Paul George is cooked. He's more cooked. He's second stint Timberwolves KG. I don't care, bro. Paul George is fucking cooked. No one wants that shit, bro. If you're trading for Paul George, it's a salary dump. You're taking on salary and you're getting first-round picks in return. All right? The 76ers have the second overall pick in the draft. I think I'm blanking. Second or third. They have a top 4 pick. All right, let's just say that. The 76ers have a top 4 pick. You have Tyrese Maxey. You have former MVP Joel Embiid. And you have, right now, Paul George. Those 4 very different points in everyone's career. Paul George, the aging, very fast veteran. Injury history now. Very inconsistent. A playoff dropper. A bedwetter. A shit stainer. Tyrese Maxey, most improved player. An all-star level player. Multiple-time all-star level player. Joel Embiid, MVP. Mind you, Tyrese Maxey is just entering his prime. Joel Embiid is getting up there in age. Not as old as like Paul George, but with the injuries Joel Embiid has had, he's probably aged fucking 5 years. Who knows how much longer Joel Embiid really has? And then you get a top 4 pick, a rookie, a 19-year-old, 20, 21-year-old. These are very large age gaps in everyone. Say you draft a 20-year-old rookie. Tyrese Maxey's what, 27, 25, 26? We'll say Tyrese Maxey's 26. Joel Embiid's what, 31? Paul George is 35. Those are all like 4 or 5 year age gaps. It's a very weird team when they have a very weird situation. The first one, like, you're fucking shipping Paul George out. That's just what it is. You're not, if you really are trying to be competitive, you do not fucking keep Paul George. You really fucking don't. Or you trade that high pick you have and you ship Paul George. Like, I'm telling you, this man, it should not surprise anybody. When we see that Paul George trade break, bro, we all gonna have straight faces. Bro, Paul George going to Utah. I'm telling you, this man is getting shipped out to the fucking gulag. Paul George is cooked. All right? He might as well pack his fucking bags right now. And if they don't, if they commit to Paul George, bro, which I could see them giving Paul George realistically another year and be like, okay, last year was fluke, Embiid was hurt, Maxey was hurt, Paul George obviously hurt. Once again, I forgot they had fucking Jared McCain, who was hurt. Once again, another very young player, very talented player. Paul George, you're cooked. Your time has come. Get ready to learn the fucking gulag in Mormon-ass Utah. Moving on to the dark horse, where I am calling these goddamn names first. You heard it here first, man. I'm the motherfucking OG. I'm never wrong, just early. Just remember that. Me, never wrong, just early. So you can hate me for these takes right now, or you can call it blasphemy. But just know I'm never fucking wrong, just early. All right, first name we got in the dark horse. This has been brought up within the last month just because his brother brought it up on a podcast. LaMelo Ball. Dude, he thought LaMelo was going to the Clippers. Lonzo Ball said he predicts LaMelo going to the Clippers. That'd be fucking crazy. But do they really trade LaMelo? I don't see them like being like, yes, we have to ship LaMelo, or like I don't know. You can see Zion getting traded, Porzingis, Trae Young, Paul George. When you say LaMelo, it's like, yes, it kind of makes sense, but like at the same time, it's like, why the fuck would you trade an all-star player? Why would you trade LaMelo, who like, he's got that movement. He is like, Brandon Miller don't got it like that. He's really good, but like, if Brandon Miller was on his own team in Charlotte, like I'm telling you, Charlotte, the fucking place where careers die. Like nobody gives a shit about no goddamn Hornets, bro. LaMelo Ball is the only thing keeping that fucking franchise relevant. He is their cash cow. I think the Hornets have accepted as of now, dude, they're cooked. That franchise is fucked. Like, why would you trade away your cash cow? Dude, the Hornets do not care to be competitive. They fucking do not give a shit if they're competitive, at least right now. And who knows? LaMelo, he could help them be competitive enough. Like, people are giving LaMelo flack for not making the Hornets more competitive, but dude, their team is dog shit. I'm sorry. They're buns. LaMelo getting traded would be a huge hit to the Hornets. It'd be a huge boost to Brandon Miller. But if you're the Hornets, you do not, like, bro, I'm telling you, you do not fucking trade your cash cow. He is the only thing keeping Charlotte, the Charlotte fucking stink-ass Hornets, afloat. And this is no hate to the Hornets. Like, Hornets fans, bro, I'm sorry. I feel so fucking bad for you. Coming from a Wolves fan, bro, I feel bad for you, Charlotte. Okay, we've been in them trenches for years. We were in them goddamn trenches. God damn, man. So I feel bad for you Hornets fans. This is not a shitting on Hornets fans, saying you're dog shit, your team's dog shit, saying you have no hope, which it sounds very morbid and very doomy gloomy. But I hope you guys can really see the case. Like, bro, LaMelo is saving the Hornets from becoming completely irrelevant. And if they trade him, bro, they are cooked. They did not get the number 1 overall pick. They did not get a top pick. Dude, they got fucked. So, who knows? LaMelo getting traded would be crazy in its own self because it's like, whoa, they literally traded their fucking franchise. They traded their guy, and it came out of nowhere. You can probably get the nerds that are like, well, LaMelo hurts them more than he helps, and this is no surprise that the fucking Hornets, if they want to be competitive, obviously you have to get rid of LaMelo. Dude, shut the fuck up. I hate motherfuckers like that. LaMelo is an all-star. He's a good player. Motherfucking goddamn it, send him to the Wolves if he doesn't want to be there. If no one wants to take LaMelo, goddamn it, Minnesota will take LaMelo. All right, moving on. Speaking of the Wolves, no one has really thought about this, bro. You heard it here first. Rudy Gobert, Goobs is getting fucking traded. I can see this shit. I really can see a path where the Wolves trade Gobert, bro. He obviously hurt his stock tremendously in the goddamn postseason. This dude was a fucking brick. He couldn't grab any fucking rebounds. He was non-existent on offense. Like, yes, we all know Rudy is dog shit on offense, but this postseason, really, the light shined fucking extra bright on this motherfucker. All right? I can see the Wolves really pivoting from Gobert while he has any type of value. I was just talking to a buddy earlier. Dude, I could see low-key Rob Pelinka being like, yo, what's the word of mouth on Gobert? Like, you pair Gobert in LA where they need a defensive center. They need that big presence. He can catch lobs. He can stand right out of the basket and catch them fucking easy lobs or just tap them in from Luka and LeBron. I could see an outlet where Gobert goes to the Los Angeles Lakers. I could see an outlet where Gobert goes to a different team. I really could see the Wolves trading Gobert this offseason, and it would not shock me as much as it would shock probably a lot of people because he is huge for the Wolves. He is the heart and soul of the Wolves defense. He is the heart and soul of any team's defense he'll go on or he'll be on. But I really could see after the Wolves only winning one game in the Western Conference Finals, moving on from Gobert, trying to pivot, and the Wolves are not in a rebuild, we're in a retool if we trade Gobert. Even if we keep him, we're in a retool, not a rebuild. It's obviously something's not working. We're getting mollywopped in the Western Conference Finals back-to-back years. But I really could see Big Balls TC pulling off a move, trading Rudy. It would not shock me as a Wolves fan, as much as I think it would shock the majority of other Wolves fans and other NBA fans in general. The last two we got. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know why the fuck I put him in Dark Horse, because he could be in the any of the other two tiers, given his end of the season performance. Michael Porter Jr. I just feel like he's not talked about enough in trade talks, or like maybe it's because it's like, who really wants fucking Michael Porter Jr.? You know what you're getting with him. So it's low-key, not him as a player, but like his play is kind of headache inducing. So, but it's just, once again, he's a big name, or he's a big enough name to where it would probably send some shockwaves through the NBA world, because he's a player, he's a piece where dude, you send him, dude, imagine him on his own fucking team. Like, imagine him in Chicago. Dude, he is averaging 40 points a game. 0.01 assists a game. I'll give him that. 40 points, 0.01 or 0.1 assists a game. He would be an all-star on his own fucking team, which is crazy. You send him to just get straight buckets. So I low-key could see them sending him to like a shitter team, and he just, boom, pops off. Fucking NBA, he wins most improved player, which is insane. But no one's really talking about Porter Jr. getting traded. I think the Nuggets probably just run it back. Like, I think that's what most people think. They were a game away from being in the Western Conference Finals, taking the Thunder to 7. The Thunder, one of the best teams. I don't care. One of the best goddamn teams of all time. The 2025 Oklahoma City Thunder are one of the best teams of all time. One of the best defenses of all time. And the goddamn Nuggets took them to Game 7. So I really could see them running it back, but I really could see them shipping off. If anyone, aside from Westbrook, okay, We love you, Westbrook. Aside from Westbrook, one of the Nuggets' core pieces, Porter Jr. is obviously the first to go. Like, I think most people understand that, but they don't. I don't think a lot of people really think they're just going to trade him or like give up on him or break up that core, if you want to say. All right, moving on. The last name we got. I'm telling you right now, this is going to be the shocker. This is what's going to make it the craziest offseason. This shit right here. When the 76ers trade Joel Embiid, bro. That shit was going to fucking break the internet. Like, that shit is going to break Twitter. It's going to break NBA Twitter when the Sixers finally ship off Embiid. Who the fuck knows where he goes to? I could see an outlet where the Heat, but they have Bam. Like, low-key, you trade Bam for Embiid. Like, you take that gamble. Who knows where the fuck Embiid would land, realistically. But if anyone's getting traded that's not Paul George, it's Embiid. Like, he's obviously injury prone. He's an MVP, one of the best players in the NBA, one of the best centers of all time. He just gets injured way too much. And I really could see the 76ers pivoting, picking someone, obviously, instead of trading their high draft pick, picking someone, rebuilding around Maxey, McCain, the high draft pick, and shipping off Embiid. I really could see the outlet. I don't think anyone is really calling this right now that Joel Embiid is getting traded. And this is what I'm saying, where stuff like this, where it just blindsides you, where an MVP, a former MVP, a top 10 player in the league gets traded out of nowhere. Like, no one's been talking about the 76ers shipping off Embiid. He's just been hurt this whole year, so there's not been much to talk about when it comes to him besides the obvious, that he's hurt all the fucking time. So when a team like this trades Joel Embiid, that's the shit that makes this one of the, oh my fuck, like, you stop everything you're doing. You're calling your grandma. You're fucking yelling outside. You're talking to your goddamn coworker about the NBA. Like, that's the type of shit that happens when a Joel Embiid trade goes down. And I really could see it happening. I really, really could see Joel Embiid getting traded. And that's where people are like, holy shit, Embiid got traded. Giannis got traded. Durant got traded. Drew Holiday got traded. Someone else got traded. Like, holy fuck. Now we're talking about craziest offseasons ever. So, I'm never wrong. Just early. Just know that. So, if Joel Embiid gets traded, bro, you heard it here first, man. I'm telling you, it would not surprise me. They take him, or they take that high pick, and they just rebuild. They build around Maxey. They build around McCain. So, I'm telling you right now, do not be surprised when you see that Shams notification that Joel Embiid is getting traded to the Los Angeles fucking Lakers. I don't fucking know where he's going. But, yeah, those are my guys for who's getting traded this offseason. You know, the rumblings. Who the fuck knows? Sham could be gaslighting us all into thinking this is going to be some crazy offseason. Who knows? I still think the biggest storyline is Porzingis having AIDS. When that breaks. Not if, when that breaks. So, yeah, if you enjoyed the video, let me know in the comments. Let me know if anyone else you think is going to get traded, going to get shipped off, going to get sent to the fucking gulag. Because those are just the 12 that I could see. Realistically, I'm sure there's other names. There's obviously other names that I missed. You know, people think Claxton's getting traded. Mark Williams. I tried to stick to more the high profile, the trades that would shock the NBA fan base. So yeah, let me know if you think any of these guys are getting traded for sure. If you want your team to trade for someone, if you want your team to trade for Trae Young or Zion, let me know in the comments. Thank you if you watched this long-ass video. If you're right here at this point, I love you. Smooches on the forehead. I'll see you in the next one.